Hi, this is Dawn Olszewski and welcome to another episode of How'd She Do That? And today we're going to create this beautiful hat box. I love it. It uses a brad container, an empty brad container, and opens up like that. It also features this great little kind of corsage flower. And the flower is actually shown on a separate video, so if you want to learn how to make that, I'll provide a link for that in the description of this video. So let's get started. So if you can recognize this little container, it is an empty brad container, or sometimes buttons will come in it as well, or rhinestone brads, or all kinds of different little doodads that Stampin' Up! Carries. It also is sold separately in our stack and store containers. But certainly, if you have been getting your free ribbon and brads from Celebration, you're going to have an empty brad container when it's all said and done. So I'm just going to walk you through some steps on what I've done to decorate it. Now, the first thing that you'll need is the Circles No. 2 die, which I have here, and we're going to cut two pieces out of this. This is the largest circle on here. This is sticky sheets. And essentially this is a super sticky kind of sticker paper. And we're going to use, you're going to need two of these. And then you'll need one very vanilla, which I pre-cut here. And I have run it through my Big Shot with my lattice, my square lattice folder. Okay, so you're also going to need the 2 3/8 inch. This is the Scallop Circle punch, and we're going to punch two circles out of that. One in this is the Everyday Enchantment paper, free with a $50 order. You've got just a few days left to take advantage of this awesome special and get your wonderful paper here. I cut one of this pattern, and I cut one of this pattern. So as you can see, so I'll do a little bit of assembly here. So one of that pattern is here, and then on your lid I used one of my circles here, so I put that on the lid. Then I put this and that would attach right to the sticker. So these come apart, and you just peel these away, and it reveals it can sometimes be a little tricky. So what I like to do, there we go, is to get out my paper piercer, and that will pull away here for you. Okay, then on top of this, as you can see, is our little scallop circle. And one is put inside, and I just use glue dots to put that one inside. So that's kind of the basic of our little box here. Next thing I did is I put some of our very vanilla satin ribbon, and I put it around the edge here. I'm using about 9 inches, and all I did was add a glue dot here, and I may have added another one around the edge, but really you just need it to meet each other here. It'll stay really nice. Now, before we do our next step, we're going to punch a hole with using my crocodile. Now, if you've not used a crocodile before, there's kind of these two are the punches, and this is for eyelets. So I'm going to use the punch that is the larger hole, okay, and it's where my seam came together with my ribbon. That's where I want my hole to be. So I'm going to place it inside here and give it a punch. And I love crocodiles because it will go through thin metal and plastic and all different kinds of material. Alright, so the next thing that you'll need is to cut yourself a scallop circle, and this is the larger scallop, and this was cut with very vanilla. Now remember, we cut 2 of these sticky strip circles, so I'm going to put the last one on. This is the bottom of my container, and I'm just going to add this to the bottom, and they fit just perfectly. Okay, then I am just about ready to put the base of our hat, so I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to take that scallop. Okay, and I did run this through my Big Shot with my square lattice die. Now I'm going to come in closer to show you a little bit here. see how it's just a little bit larger than the folder itself, okay? So you're going to have a little piece that is not have the texture. I want to position that piece so that it is in the back. This is the back where you put your hole, okay? Because that's where we're going to attach our final embellishment. So let me back up here so you can see what I'm doing. So here is my circle here, and I know you probably can't see that great. Here is the area that didn't get textured, so I'm lining that up with my hole here, and I'm going to center this and put it on top of my circle there. Okay, so then just give that a pressing, and there you go. So you could, you know, we didn't have to put, I guess, that hole there. You could just leave it like this. This is a cute little hat, but I wanted to add a little bit more. Okay, so I made this cute little flower earlier, and I have a video, like I said, for that. But I'm going to add some ribbon. I want some kind of ribbon tails hanging off my hat. This was about 7-8 inches, and I did a little V in the ends here. So I'm going to add it to my flower. My flower has a brad in the center already, so we're just going to put that right in there. Okay, there we go. Oh, I like that. So, and actually, before I closed it up, I probably should have just added it right to our box. So I'm going to open our box again. Okay, and remember where our hole was? I'm just going to slide this right in there and add it to it. So I love that. This is kind of something that I can take on and shake off. Okay, and I'm going to put my little bow that I made. It's a fork bow. We're going to slide that on there. There we go. Almost. It's getting stuck there on that little glue dots, I think, that I used. There we go. It's almost there. There. Oh, I just love this. And my hostesses loved it. My in-home hostesses for my workshops. Love it. This was a gift that I made for them. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have fun making your own hat boxes. And be sure to join me for more creative inspiration at DOstampingwithDawn.com.